Oh, good.
We're going chasing.
Hello there, and welcome to...
We're going chasing.
Hello, now, and welcome to...
We're going chasing.
Now, we have a lot on the agenda, lads, so we'll cut the chase and get straight down to the business.
Hello and welcome to the latest episode of We're Going Chasing. Cillian, it's all about the women today.
That was a good one.
All about the women.
It is, of course.
Please.
Yeah. Every day.
Yeah. All about the
Every
women
day.
today. Both mares races. The Mares Novice, the young women, and the older women. The Mares Hurdle.
Which do you prefer?
Sorry?
Which do you prefer, the young ones or the older ones?
It depends what the context is, really. I'm probably more looking forward to the Mares Hurdle, you know, if that's the context. But depends.
It wasn't the context, but I'm more looking forward to the Mares Novice Hurdle than the Mares Hurdle. But
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. And what about yourself? The younger ones or the older ones?
it just depends, really, doesn't it? Like, you know, it's
It depends on the hand you're dealt.
this is it. Yeah, there's no point casting favourites either, like, you know. But
Beggars can't be choosers.
Lossiemouth 4-7, yes or no?
Yes.
Uh,
You know, like
their
she's-
colours you like.
Yeah. I do like the colours. You know, she does look like she's all speed, but she's bet loving well there the last day at Cheltenham. Was brilliant. You'd possibly love to see her over 2 miles again. You know, but she's done very little wrong, really. You know, the one day she was bet, it was by Garda Marceau when sort of she didn't get the run of the race. And since then, you know, she's been foot perfect. She is gone fairly short now at the moment. But I think she's one of the most likely winners, really, of those short priced horses there at the festival over the course of the week. Ashro Diamond there at 4-1. Couldn't really have her, to be honest. I'd sooner go with Love and Voix there. Like, you can get 14-1 bet 365. Like, is that even correct?
Oh, it's correct, yeah.
Like, that's a savage. If somebody was looking to take on Lossiemouth for whatever reason, I think you'd have to go with Love and What, the way that she ran in the race last year. Well cleared the field, just bet by Honeysuckle by a couple of lengths. You know, that'd be the obvious way to take Lossiemouth on. There's probably not much else to take her on with. Echoes in Rain there, it's her last race ever. You know, but she's failed now in 2 Mares Hurdles at this stage. You know, I don't know, is she 4th, 5th, or 6th, but she hasn't been placing even. You know, and she's probably she's a mare I do like, but she's probably better over 2 miles. You know, so there really is very few options there to take Lossiemouth on with. The most reasonable there is Love and Bot to me. You know, tell me something, girl, will she turn up?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, she probably would have won it 2 years ago.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, she'd have won it.
The way she was traveling.
Yeah.
You know, so she'd be an option then at 20-1 if you another each way. But again, you're probably just taking Lossiemouth on for the sake of taking Lossiemouth on. You know, taking a chance at something each way. She shouldn't be bet, really, should she?
I don't want to find out at that price. I'd rather back Ashro Diamond without Lossiemouth than back Lossiemouth.
Would you? Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ashro Diamond has a good chance beating her. Like, she's guaranteed to get the 2.5 mile trip. Based on winning in Fairy House last year, that would be no problem to her. It's just a question of is she as good as Lossiemouth? Probably not. But
No.
if Lossiemouth doesn't see out the trip for whatever reason, Ashro Diamond to be the most likely one to beat her. I'd say out of the horses Henry's going to run, Tell Me Something Girl potentially is the third choice behind Hispanic Moon and Lantry Lady, because they've both been, like, Lantry Lady especially, like, she's absolutely savage, but like, she's only had 2 starts and they've both been in Gorn. Red Mills hurdle winner, grand, but very hard to win this race off only 2 career starts. Hispanic Moon, a bit more experience, but she was a very good winner the last day. But
Yeah.
I just don't know, is she classy enough for this? That'd be
Because
the thing.
if I was taking, although to be fair, I know you said Astro Diamond without the favorite, so that's fair enough. But if I was taking Lossiemouth on, I'd need something at an each way price, um,
Yeah, well, Astro Diamond without the favourite is going to be short, like it's
yeah,
going to be odds on, like. But I think that's much better bet than having Lossiemouth for, like, if Brighter Days Ahead ran here. I know everyone latched onto Gordon's interview the last day. Oh, she's going to the Mares Hurdle. She's not running here, like. But if she did, I'd say she'd win it. I'd say there's a good chance she's the best mare in training, despite the fact she's only had 3 starts over hurdles and they've all been against mares. But I'd say there's a good chance she's the best mare in training. And if she ran here, 2.5 miles would definitely suit her more than 2 miles.
Yeah, well, they've been talking about her all year.
They have, yeah, and rightly so.
Yeah, well, at this stage, we'll probably just move naturally onto the Mares Novice.
Yeah.
So you've Brighter Days Ahead, top of the market, who will get straight into Jade de Grugy, also 5-2. They're both there. Dice Arenas 3-4-1, 12-1 bar. We started off with Brighter Days Ahead there, since we've already moved on. All talk, she's hasn't put a foot wrong on the course. You can't fault that. But I prefer Jade de Grugy. And one thing about Brighter Days Ahead is, and I'm not going to, like, Gardens and their jockeys there and all that, they know much better about Brighter Days Ahead than I do. But if I was looking at it, I'd be thinking that she could be caught for toe a small bit. I think she's traveling brilliantly in her races, but she's not. She's never been asked really to quicken or to go. She's just started doing things rather easily. Against quite average opposition there. Down Royal, she bet Bantown Girl by 4 lengths. And then the last day at Navan, like, that was a real test of stamina. It was very heavy. On Boyne Hurdle there at Navan, and she bet Pastoral, who's, I don't know what Pastoral is rated. I'll check it here now, but
I don't think she has a rating, but it'd be near enough 130.
It wouldn't have fit. It would. Will you stop it?
Very close to 130.
Will you?
Monroe was thumped by Pastoral back in third. Mel Monroe was 128.
Oh God!
And Brighter Days Ahead did a 150 in minimum there in Navan. The last day, no matter what way you want to butter your bread, you did.
Oh my
And
God!
you were so firmly against her.
I still am. I think
we've decided to get Harry Swan, who's firmly pro Brighter Days Ahead, and he'll be coming on to our Cheltenham preview for day 1 and day 2, and that'll be out on the 6th of March.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Pastoral isn't a.
I
wouldn't call her 130 red handed, but anyway, my point was that for all the talk and how good they think she is, and maybe she is all that, but that was a real test of stamina that day. I think when over this shorter trip, I think that if she's asked to quicken, I don't know if she will have the stuff in her to quicken. I'd rather have Jade de Grugy. I prefer her form. She was brilliant there at Leopardstown at Christmas, beating Butcher Hollow in a maiden hurdle, and then again at Fairyhouse when she won the Salarina penny 100 bet by six lengths. I think that look, that's just who I'd side with. I prefer the form. She'd run over 2 miles in or around that trip, and I just think that when push comes to shove on Brighter Days Ahead, I'd be skeptical as to how much toe she has. She may be as brilliant as people are saying and whatnot. And she may, I think you even said previously, you reckon that it'll be down the line, she could be a 3-mile horse.
Yeah, I'd say she could do it over any trip. I'd say she'll. If the Mares Novice didn't exist, there's a good chance she'll win the Ballymore. And I'd say there's a good chance she'll win the Turners next year. And I'd say she'll be a Gold Cup horse down the line.
Yeah. Look, I don't know. I wouldn't be as bullish. Definitely not. But what I will say is that the way, to my eye, the way she has been running, I'd say she will be better over a longer trip.
Yeah, but I'd
so-
say it won't stop her. Like the new course will suit her. Like if it was on the old course over 2 miles, you'd be under a bit more pressure speed wise, but it's more of a test of stamina over 2 miles on the new course. And like, tell me something girl, for example, won a Mares hurdle, 2.5 miler. So like, you
Yeah.
know, it does suit horses that stay a bit further. Concertista won a Mares Novice. She ended up almost winning a Mares hurdle. Lorena, Mares Novice. I know she was sort of a champion hurdler, but she'd go further as well if you wanted. So like there is any amount of them there. That it does suit. They're not all 2 milers that are winning this. So Love Invite, another one. 2.5 mile horse really, as opposed to being a 2 miler. So the proof is there. I don't think the trip will stop her. If she's beaten, she's beaten. But Dicerdinos is definitely a speedier horse, and like I get why Fergal O'Brien campaigned her in the way, but like, you know, it's like still you'd like to see her go out and win graded races. Like she should be well able to all winter, but she's stuck to novices and she's getting 5 off the 2 Irish mares now. But I'd say they'll both beat Dicerdinos. But Jade DeGrugy will be looking at Brighter Days Ahead's rear end up the running.
And is there anything else further down the market that interests you at all? Fun won the last day, but was quite disappointing at Exeter, I think, was it? One of those treks anyway, over in the UK. Exeter it was indeed.
Yeah, she's no chance.
Yeah, no, she shouldn't. Now it's the kind of race that something at a bigger price can run a big race, but I think at the top of the market there's a nice bit of quality there this year that maybe there isn't in other years, and you would expect the winner to come from towards the top of the market. But Cillian, you're firmly in the Brighter Days Ahead camp. I'm firmly in the Jade DeGrugy camp. Let's just wait and see. Thursday the 14th of March will tell all.
As well. Right. Thank you.
Thanks very much, guys.
Bye.
It's honeysuckle and